You want to hammer this segment going up?
Let's do it.
Paceline it?
Yeah. How many podcast interviews happen at 30 miles per hour down the hill?
Dude, and the audio's great too. Welcome, welcome. We're here with Creighton Green today. Creighton is the CEO and co-founder of Audience.io and a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
He's also quite stronger than I am, so we're going to avoid any opportunity to race today to preserve my ego. Creighton, tell us about your bike. What do you want today?
Yeah.
And your kit. What's going on over here?
Well, this is the Ventum NS1. Awesome Utah company. Stoked to rep this bike. And then we've got the NV wheels, the NV45s. So it's kind of a combo of everything I like right now.
All right. Tell us about your rockin' Dura Ace.
Yep, got Dura-Ace, power meter, all the essentials.
What kind of gearing do you have on that bad boy?
Just enough to get up the hill, you know, without blowing up and getting down really fast.
All right.
So, no, we've got 12 speed, and I think we get, I don't know, you'd have to check it out.
Okay.
I swap things up. I don't know what's on it right now.
I'm up to multiple granny gears at this point. The 36 SRAM has been very good to me.
Okay.
So we're sticking on that level.
We're at a 30, so that's our granny gear.
Okay, well, that was a little bit rude, you know, just throw that in there. So, whatever. You'll see me in my 36. It'll be great. All right, man.
Okay, what's
So
up?
Creighton Green, origin story.
Oh, like
Where are you from?
From birth? Are we going
I
all the way
want
back?
from birth. Oh, heads up, glass.
Well, that's
Just
how,
like that, the ride was cut short.
that's how it starts on immigration, you know. We just hit a bunch of glass.
A lot of glass, a lot of ornery motorists.
A bug just flew into my eye. We're off to a great start.
Whoa. We're not here to
told you-
besmirch the emigration name,
I told
which
you,
many call the best canyon.
I told
in
you
the
we
region.
should come to Mountain Green, but it's all good. So yeah, origin story. I grew up here, northern Utah. I grew up in like the West Layton area,
Okay.
back when it was just farms, basically. Yeah, grew up in a large family.
What defines large for you?
Yeah, so there's 5 boys and 1 girl.
Okay.
So I've got a bunch of brothers. So I think part of the origin story is like, when you grow up with that many brothers, you're competitive no matter what. Like, it's just part of the game.
You're born into a battlefield.
Born into a battlefield, and also like, you're always trying to push each other. Whether it's pushing them or them pushing me, like, so that's I think a big part of who I am is growing up with the brothers I grew up with. Like, any sport, like basketball, soccer, skiing, you name it, we always pushed each other. So,
And what would you say was your primary sport growing up?
we had a good variety. My parents were really good about getting us involved in team sports, but also like, what are those non-team sports that can, like cycling, it can last a lifetime, and like, I don't know, there's a good mix. So soccer, track and field, yeah, biking, tons of skiing. Like, our family's a big ski family.
What was your go-to mountain growing up?
We were, it's funny, you know, proximity was Snow Basin Ski Resort, but with that many kids, like, in a family, skiing's expensive. So we jumped on, I don't know if you remember Park City, the canyons. They used to do a $99 season pass, but you had to have like good enough grades to qualify.
Okay.
So it was based on your GPA. Honestly, that's probably one of the like main reasons why like we tried really hard in school was because we knew that like mom wasn't paying for a season pass that cost more than $100. So that might be where I also learned how to use a scanner and Photoshop to maybe help out a few buddies get the right GPA so we could get the deal on the season pass.
We are beyond the statute of limitations.
Well,
Much beyond.
all right, I think so. And I don't know who's gonna watch this of those friends, so we're not gonna drop names.
I don't know who's gonna watch this in general, except for me, multiple times a night, but
me, you, my mom, like, there's going to be an audience.
my mom's a solid maybe with most things. Post-high school experience, what was your next move?
Yeah, so went and served a mission in Brazil.
Whereabouts?
So up in Recife.
Have we not talked about this?
I don't think we
I was
have.
in Ribeirão Preto.
We've never talked about this. All right.
My word. I mean, you were in a much cooler spot than I was. I was the Salt Lake of Brazil, but
Yeah, I was,
Recife, dude.
yeah, it was awesome, awesome mission, like right on the coast. Definitely saw a lot of, poverty, and the Northeast has so many things going for it, but the poverty's a real deal. So I think that gave me a lot of perspective just in how a lot of the world lives. Came home, went straight to BYU, Idaho. That's where I met.
Is that where you met the dames?
Yeah, so
You poor man.
our mutual friends that we have, that's where I met them.
Friends, nemesis, I don't know, you can say whatever you want.
My business partner now, who is my cousin, his name's Brian. He lives in St. George. And he hit me up, hired me to be one of his sales guys for a brand new business down there. It was called stgeorge.biz.
Okay.
And I went door to door selling internet marketing to local businesses in 2007.
Whoa!
And so a lot of it was just convincing businesses that the internet was worth investing in. And the company was super successful. I mean, that first year, just in St. George, which is way different than it is now. It was much smaller. But we did almost $1 million in revenue. And that's kind of where my love for sales and entrepreneurship and starting a web-based business, like that's where it all kind of started. So that time I spent in St. George knocking doors has really also kind of shaped where we're at today, what I'm doing today, but also just the love for like local businesses, those mom and pop shops that they're just trying to survive. And so that kind of bakes into the mission, the vision for where I'm at now. What we're doing is really just finding ways to help brands grow. And yeah, that came from St. George. So.
Okay, so transition then. stgeorgebiz.com into audience.io. Is that the next step?
Yeah, it's the next step. There was like a little marketing consulting business that was part of it, kind of in the middle.
Okay.
But really what I was doing is as I built relationships with local businesses, they're like, hey, tell me about social media. How do I do better on social media? The marketing consulting business that we were doing morphed into what I'm doing now. So audience.io, software platform that really just helps brands build a bigger audience, own all of that data to where it's not borrowed audiences and borrowed data. And then we help them segment and activate that data for marketing campaigns, growing their business, etc. So kind of the connection was, we had a big success story here in Salt Lake with a TV station randomly. So neither me or my business partner came from that TV broadcast world. But what was kind of cool is we had a meeting with this local TV station, not the big dog KSL, but their competitor, KUTV.
Okay.
And them, just like local businesses, they wanted to figure out how could we use social media to our advantage to beat the competitor.
And what year is this?
Man, this is end of 2010.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Okay.
it's super new. Like,
I mean, that's an entirely different social media world, right?
yeah, businesses were barely, just jumping on Facebook. Prior to that, it was for college kids. And so anyways, we go in and we just do a quick little, basically sales pitch on why social media is going to be a thing and why they got to take it serious. Their market or general manager and president, awesome guy, Steve Carlson. Shout out to him. He was like, hey, we want to hire you and we want you to help us beat KSL in the Nielsen ratings. I'm like, okay, Nielsen ratings, you got to tell us what that is. Basically a measurement, right, of how many people are consuming their product, aka newscasts, and that's how they decide the rate for what they charge local businesses for advertisements.
Okay.
And KSL could charge way more because they had more viewers. So what we did is, and this was side project. This was not our full-on business income. We just took this on to see what we could do. In a matter of 3 to 4 months, we had helped them grow this Facebook audience from 0 to about 300,000 people.
Wow.
And what's kind of cool about that is the 300,000, that directly related into people watching their newscast.
Okay.
And they beat KSL in they call them day parts. So from morning to night, they had more people watching the news than KSL.
Wow.
I didn't really know what that meant, to be honest, how important that was. Anyways, they, at the time, they hit us up and they're like, hey, we want to do a press release about how social media helped us beat our competitor. We're like, all right. And they're like, what's your company name? And we're like, well, we don't have a company. They're like, well, what's your guys' website? We want to mention your company. I was like, all right, when's the press release going out? And they're like, tomorrow morning. So Brian and I and another partner, we came up with a business name, came up with a logo in Photoshop, bought the domain name on GoDaddy. And the next morning I sent him a text. I said, hey, here's the company name, here's the website. And he puts it in the press release. Well, I was just thinking who's gonna see this? Once again, I'll send it to my parents, they'll think this is cool. But what happened was the next morning after this press release went out, we started to get emails from Disney, ESPN, Belo, Hearst, Gannett, all these just massive media companies, Fox Television, NBC Universal. I'm talking a full inbox in one day.
Of the who's who in the industry.
Totally, and some of them
From one little KUTV post. That's
wow.
wild.
You guys just got that on film. I struggled to clip in.
Yeah, that's going to be the highlight.
So I hit a branch. I can't clip in. Hopefully there's a highlight reel.
You denigrated, you besmirched the good name of Emmy / Miguel.
Oh, dude, there was a broken glass everywhere. I just wasn't feeling it. But we're getting there. Anyway, so this press release goes out. All these people start to email in to this company. There's no bank account, there's no LLC set up. We're just, it's a side hustle.
Okay.
And it was in that moment we're like, you know what? There's an industry that wants to take advantage of social media to increase their audience, their viewership. Let's go all in and see what we can do. And in that first year, we signed up over 100 TV stations to come onto our platform. And it evolved into a software company. So what we did is we took all the services that we were providing, contesting, quizzes, surveys, polls, brackets for March Madness. We took all the things that we were building from scratch and we turned them into a like self-service software platform.
Oh man.
And we would train people at these media companies to use our software to build marketing campaigns, sweepstakes, those kind of things, to build and grow their audience. And, you know, we came into an industry that we were kind of the new kids on the block, like the young, scrappy, like tech guys that they really honestly like supported and leaned into. So all of a sudden, like, we have this amazing pool of relationships and customers that they just wanted to grow their audience, know more about their audience. And we just kept building software features and tools to help them pull that off. So as the years went on, you know, hundreds of stations turned into thousands of stations. And what was cool about this is we bootstrapped it. So everything was funded just by getting more sales, getting more customers. And they stuck with us. Like, the churn has been less than 1%.
Oh my word.
Year over year. And I look at it now and you have 4,000 different stations, podcasts, brands that are primarily like owned by big media companies that use our software every day.
4,000.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
So it's
Okay, how do you?
It's grown into something pretty special.
I think one of the most amazing things about this business is you've kind of transcended multiple tech waves. You know, grown, maintained market share, expanded market share, et cetera.
Yeah.
Like 2010 or 12 or whatever that was, to now is a long time in tech years.
It's an eternity. Like, yeah, there's so many tech companies that, you know, from their idea, they go raise some seed money. All of a sudden it's the, you know, Series A, Series B, hopefully a big exit. And I've seen a lot of those come and go. But we wanted to build something that was not only sustainable, but had longevity. Both to serve our customers and make sure that we weren't just in and out, but that even for our employees, and even for myself, like, that this is something that could last and that could evolve. And it has a ton. Like, at first it was contesting and sweepstakes for Facebook, and now it's much more of a robust, like, customer data platform. And so I think with longevity, you know, there's a lot of different, like, pivot points and expansion that has taken place to keep us relevant and keep us around.
Okay. So without disclosing any secret sauce here,
Yeah.
you know, you've been in this for over a decade. What's the next 10 years look like?
Man, we have a pretty exciting roadmap product-wise to not only continue to serve the industry that has been like our bread and butter, but a lot of expansion opportunities to not like similar verticals, but using the customers' relationships we have to where they can take our tools, our platform, and like they can better serve their local advertisers and sponsors, but also ad agencies. And there's a lot of different places where we're doing some exploration. Also international, like, there's a big need for our product all over because there's this, I don't know, to me, like this urgency right now of who's my audience? Do I own that audience, or am I just paying to rent that from, you know, Meta, Google, et cetera? And I want to build it. I want to know who they are. And I want a direct, like, path of communication with them. And the only way you can do that is if you own that data. So we see all sorts of verticals, expansion opportunities And then there's a whole layer of like where AI makes our platform much more, I'd say, like accessible, easy to use, streamlines it in a way where smaller brands and businesses can leverage what has always been like enterprise level software. And it helps us get into like the SMB space.
Interesting. What do you think about the podcast explosion and how that ties into your business?
Yeah, it's been really good for us. Like media companies, traditional media companies, iHeartRadio, Daily Wire. I mean, there's a lot of groups that they've doubled down. Like they're all in on podcasting. And I think a lot of it is like you have content creators and you just have to like pivot to where the audience is and where podcasting has exploded. I mean, it's been around forever, but as more and more people have turned to podcasts for entertainment, for education, I think it's a smart move where these media companies, they know like there's less people tuning into a AM or FM radio, but they have content and people that if they can get that over onto the podcasting platforms, like they know they can get the consumption.
Interesting.
So it's to me, it's where the audience is, and I think you have to always pivot to where people are. Just like KUTV made a strong pivot to Facebook and social media and leverage that to grow their business. So podcasting is absolutely like one of those verticals.
How do you think about building out your team, where to build out your team, et cetera, as you grow that base? I mean, are you guys primarily up in kind of the Mountain Green Ogden area, or how have you managed that?
Yeah, we're a little spread out now. Initially, like it was all St. George. It's where we have one office. The other office was Ogden. During the pandemic, as people went home, worked remote, it forced us as a company to like really maybe change how we think about work and recruiting and where people live. And so it's evolved. I can't say we've figured out this like perfect model. There's a lot of people that do really well from home, and there's others that thrive in more of a like in-person office environment. So we're pretty spread out right now.
Okay.
With, I should say, like a strong hub in St. George, a strong hub in Ogden, but we've got employees kind of all over now. So
You want to hammer this segment going up?
let's do it.
Paceline it?
Yeah. How many podcast interviews happen at 30 miles per hour down the hill?
Dude, and the audio's great too. Oh, that was a nice one. Woo! Hello. My bad. Oh, you're good, you're good. We'll turn at the top. That was a good hammer.
Dude,
Oh my word.
so hard.
That second pull you did behind the car is like 45 seconds instead of 30. Oh my word. That was lovely.
The pressure was on. Film crew, come on.
If we didn't beat Derek, I'm gonna be furious.
Oh man, I'll have to do a redo.
Oh man. Well, that's the wrap on Creighton Green. I'm totally gassed. Creighton, thank you.
Yeah,
You're a beast. I've got 5 to 10 pounds to lose.
there's not 5 to 10 to lose, Jack. Your wife and others might start to think there's a problem.
I did a DEXA the other day, and I'm like low single digit fat on my arms and legs, and like 20 in my trunk. It's terrible. It's the least appealing body type.
Oh man.
Oh.
Well, that body type just crushed that. I think you're doing all right.
Well, you're the man.
Yeah. Dude, thank you. That was awesome.
Thank you.